There was a book written years ago, Robert McNamara, who was the Secretary of Defense under both John F. Kennedy and Lyndon Johnson. He wrote a book titled In Retrospect. And he's writing about how the process by which the U.S. got involved in the Vietnam conflict. And he doesn't try to explain away his role. He doesn't try to remove himself from any kind of blame. He just makes the effort to show how through political processes that the U.S. got woven into this narrative in what became just an untenable situation. And after reading that book, you just come away feeling empty. And you think that's exhibit A of a lack of leadership. And you just came away from that just with a bad feeling in your gut. Now, in contrast to that was Colin Powell's book, My American Story. Colin Powell was in Vietnam, and he tells a story that captures well the tragedy that was Vietnam. Because the problem was that nobody knew the mission, no one knew what the objective was, and I mean from the grunt in the foxhole to the politicians in Washington, D.C. Nobody knew what the objective was. And Colin Powell tells a story of an experience he had that captures the essence of this well. He had gone to some remote military outpost. There was a General Hu that was there, South Vietnamese officer that was in charge. And Colin Powell's his second lieutenant, young second lieutenant, and he said he was asking this general what was the purpose of this outpost. And the general said, oh, this is a very strategic, very important outpost. And he said, Colin Powell said this outpost couldn't have been in any worse location. It was butted up against the side of a mountain. He said you could have pushed rocks off and killed half the military forces that were down there. He said, so I'm asking what's the purpose of this outpost? Oh, very important outpost. He said, so I'm trying to be sensitive and I don't want to offend because we're a guest in this country. And I said, yeah, but what is the purpose of the outpost? The general said, well, the purpose of the outpost is to protect the airstrip. I said, okay, well, what's the purpose of the airstrip? Well, the purpose of the airstrip is to supply the outpost. And he said it was a convoluted mess. And he said, Colin Powell said, if I'm ever in a position to lead, he said, if I'm ever in a position to strategically make a difference, we're gonna know who we are, we're gonna know our mission, we're gonna know our objective. From the soldier in the field to the politician in Washington, everyone is gonna know our mission, our purpose, and they're gonna be able to say it. It's gonna be objective, it's gonna be measurable. Jump ahead years later, when politicians in Washington decided that there was gonna be something called the Gulf War, Colin Powell was given that role. And everyone knew the objective. He said, we know our objective, we know our purpose, we know our mission. And he said, you're going to have everything that is necessary to win this war. See, knowledge makes a difference. Knowing what you know makes a difference in your strategy. Listen, First Lubbock, we're never going to be just some remote outpost guarding some supply line for people somewhere else. That's not who we are. We're going to be a people who are accountable for our actions, for our strategy, for our purpose, for our mission. Every one of us leave this place as an army going out, being sent out into this world. We know our mission. We have a single-minded mission. We have a resounding purpose and voice about being a people who are on mission, about being the presence of Christ wherever our feet find themselves. When I'm in the classroom, where I'm in the grocery store, when I'm in the workplace, wherever I am, I'm on mission in that place. That is not something left for someone else somewhere else. It's for us where we are. And if you've been a part of the life of First Lubbock, you know that. That's who we are. A lot of, well, we ought to be doing this. We ought to be doing, no, that's just a distraction for what we need to be about. We're not some remote outpost guarding the supply lines for somewhere else. And it's because we're going to be accountable. And we're going to have to answer for the opportunities that are given to us, the abilities that we possess, and the knowledge that we have.